Hi guys, so I'm just going to do a series of videos on what to do when you get your first allotment. I've just actually moved home. I have had allotments in the past, but I've just moved home and I've just been given my new allotment at my new house. So I'm going to do a series of videos just to show you what I do when I've got an allotment. Okay, so I've just arrived at the allotments, and like I say, I'm going to do a series of videos. Now, I'm not a professional gardener, in no way am I saying I am, but you do find that trial and error is the way to do things, and hopefully I will take away a few of the years of trial and error for you, so you can see what I do, and you can copy if you wish. If you don't want to, you can do it another way. There's many different ways of growing vegetables. No way is right, no way is wrong. You know, you've got your traditional dig, you've got your no dig method where you put your cardboard down and covering it. There's different ways of planting things, and like I say, it's supposed to be fun. Allotments are fun, so there's no right or wrong way of doing it. Even if you feel as though you are doing it the right way, things might not grow. It depends on your soil, depends on your watering, depends on quite a lot of things. So here we are. I've just arrived at what I've been given, so I'll quickly show you this. This is actually, as for this video, this is day one, but I did actually come down here the other day and do an hour, and I forgot the video recorder, so this is actually still video one, day one, but I've already done an hour. So this is what we've been given, look. So it's overgrown. This is a full-size plot here, these two plots, but the guy has decided to give up half. So we've got from this black just over towards those compost bins and all the way down here. So I'll just walk you around. So we've inherited some nettles, as you can see. There's been an attempt to cover these over. People do this over winter to keep the weeds down, so next year you're not doing as much. We have tomatoes that look as though they're on the last legs. Got a couple of compost bins which go in, and this is what we dug over. There's a great big massive sage plant here that we've dug out, and also over here, this is what I planted the other day. So we've got some garlic. These are winter garlics, and then we've got some, I'm not sure if you can see it on the video, but we've got some winter leeks. There's not a lot we're going to be able to be putting in here. I mean, it's end of the season, people are sort of getting ready for winter, but there are certain things that you can do to prepare for next year, and there are certain things that you can plant. There's winter cabbages, winter cauliflowers, the leeks, the garlics. I've actually just planted some potatoes as well, but I'm trying it this year in a bag. I've never actually done winter potatoes before, and they're going to be ready at Christmas apparently, so let's see what happens. And we'll do a video per day, and then we can see what happens up until Christmas, and then we'll come back in March, April time and show you exactly what we do on the allotment. So as this series of videos is for total beginners, you're gonna need some tools. So the tools that I have here, you're going to need more than this, but the tools I have here for today, I have down here, we have a fork, we have a spade, and we have a rake. Like I say, you are going to need more tools than this, but these are the basics that are going to get you going. What I'm doing today is I'm going to plant some of these. So we have in here, we have some onions. Now if you read the back, you're not going to be able to make this out, but usually on all the seed packets and everything, it tells you when to plant them and when you can harvest them. So always read the packets so that you know what you're going to be able to grow at any time. I've also got some more of these potatoes. Just here. These are the ones that are going to be ready at Christmas. Don't think I'm going to have time to do these today. And just while we're on the mentioning of time, if you're thinking about getting an allotment, what you've got to think about is, do you have time to do it? They do take a lot of work. They're very enjoyable. The food that come out of it is absolutely brilliant. It tastes completely different to what you get at a supermarket. 100% different. More flavour, and things taste different. You've never tasted stuff like it before. But you do need time, and that time needs to be in small pockets of time each day, and not just like one day a week. If you do one day a week, when it comes to July, August time, what you're going to do is you're going to be overwhelmed with weeds, and you'll come down on your Sunday morning, you'll see all the weeds, you'll spend all day getting rid of the weeds, only to come back next Sunday and find out it's exactly the same as what it was the week before, and you're getting no enjoyment out of it because all you're doing is weeding. However, if you spend the same amount of time, come down half an hour, 1 hour, it depends on your size of your allotment, of course. Come down 1 hour a day, just hoe it over, which I'll show you when it gets around to hoeing time. Just hoe it over, water it, take a few weeds out, things like that. It's a lot more enjoyable than just turning up and looking at your allotment and thinking, this is no different to what it was last week. So anyway, I hope I'm helping you. I'll come back once I've dug this area over and show you what I'm doing with the onions themselves, and then we'll see what happens the next day. Okay, so I've dug that over, and I tell you what, I'm feeling very lucky today. The other day when we came down and did that hour, it's not rained for such a long time. The ground was like concrete. Seriously, I really hurt my elbows trying to ram the fork into the ground. But last night we had such a downpour, the most rain I've seen in such a long time, and the ground is like butter. Honestly, it was so easy. So I've dug it over. How do we prepare the ground? I want to show you a couple of other people's allotments first. It's your allotment, guys. You can do exactly as you want in the allotment itself, okay? Depends on how much money you've got, depends on how much budget you've got. There's a couple over there that's got railway sleepers, raised gardens with railway sleepers. Now these sleepers are obviously 20 quid a piece. In fact, they might even be more than that. Very expensive way of doing it, but if you've got the money and that's what you want to do, then then do it. Some people down here, what they've done is they've got some wood chip and they've just built little squares out of some wood. Keeps it nice, neat and tidy. The wood chip keeps the weeds down, and you've just got a selection of nice small garden beds. There's also another one just over here, and they've done the same. So it's all sort of sectioned off, as you can see, all sectioned. And it really does look neat and tidy, really does. But that's a full-size allotment. I've only got half of an allotment, so when you've only got half, to me, that's wasting a lot of space. So let me show you what we do, and it's free. There's no wood, but still sectioning it off. So what we do is we dig it over. Turn the camera around. There we go. We dig it over, and then we go around the edges with a spade and chuck a bit into the middle, which raises it even more. And then you've got sections of your garden to work with, small sections. Okay, now I'm going to plant some onions in here. Now I will give you a little tip here. When you first take over an allotment, it's going to be overwhelming. Depending on the size, depends on how overwhelming it is and whether you've ever done anything like this. I really suggest that you don't try and do the whole thing at once. It'll be too much, it won't be enjoyable. So section it off. Get yourself some sheets similar to the ones that are on mine. I haven't put those down though. Or similar to these, look, that's stopping the weeds coming up over winter. So you could even section off half of your allotment whilst you just concentrate on small bits. I've done 2 small bits there over 2 days, and that's more than enough. When I come again, I'll do another bit. I've got months and months and months before growing season, really, before the real growing season starts. So I've got plenty of time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some onions in, and I'll come back and show you what I've done. Actually, I just want to show you this before I go. This is called twitch. It's like a grass, but you can see the roots in there. You have to make sure that you get as many of them roots out as you possibly can, because one root will grow like wildfire. There's some more there, look. If they snap off under the ground, they will grow like wildfire, and you'll be constantly trying to get rid of it. So whenever you're digging, try and get out as much as you possibly can. Okay, so now what I've done is drilled some lines in the soil and then just popped the onion sets in. These are called onion sets. You can get onion sets and you can get onion seeds. I don't know anybody who uses onion seeds. Somebody must, because they do sell them. But most people would use an onion set. And all it is an onion like this. Now make sure that you put them in the ground the correct way up. I've seen people put them in upside down. So on this particular one, you can just see a little root, if that's focused right. And then you just pop it in the ground. And that's all you do. And you water it in. Now, what you've got to be careful of with these onions is once they start growing, the birds think they're worms and they'll come and pick them out. So you need to come down every day or every couple of days just to check, because the bird won't put them back in once they realise they're an onion. They just chuck them on the ground. Okay, so that's it for episode 1. I'm going home now, but like I said earlier on in the video, just do a little bit at a time. But what you've got to do is you've got to be consistent. Trying to do it all in one go, it won't work. You'll just be full of weeds. So just small amounts each day, and that's it. So hopefully you enjoyed it. Join me again for another episode. So next time it's not raining, I'll come down and do a little bit more. I'd appreciate it if you like and subscribe, and the more people we can get on, the more people we're teaching, and hopefully we can get a good community going where we can help each other. So see you soon.